Okay, so this is a look at chart 150. Like I say, I'm going to redo these. Um, this is the D pattern stack we were looking at. So this would be the D cage, whether it be D in any key or the key of D. If it was the key of D, then the fret nut would be here, and you wouldn't be able to play these notes here. So that's the key of D open string region on the fret, on the fret nut, where the low E would be the second in D. You could only go, so that's all you get. You can't even do a good pentatonic on it. You'd have to do a long pattern. We're not going to get into that, but you certainly would have to. I guess when you get to this 6, you got to go a whole step over here for the 7, and then we don't have the 3, so you got to go a whole step over here for the 3. That puts you into a long pattern: 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can go back to the regular pattern there. I've talked about those in previous lessons. So the interesting thing about the D pattern stack is that the note plays with the labels, and these are perfectly placed right, for each one of them. Okay, because anything to the left or the right of any of these patterns is the label for the next cage up or next pentatonic up. So right here would be an A, right here would be an E kind of thing, right here would be a D, right here E would go to C again, that kind of thing. On this side, E would, now we go into the caged word, so it's E, D, C, A, G, E. D goes back to C in cage, that kind of thing. A will go to G right there. So these arrows just show you that when you stack them all up like this in the D cage, that don't forget about, you have to go over one. This arrow should actually be like under the 7 or something, because that's the note you're going to be going over for, unless you want to go from 5 to 3 there. That'd be like doing a 6th in the key of C. It'd be going G to E. So these arrows just show you that it's kind of skewed to the right. The D and the G are skewed to the right. The E and the C are skewed to the left. That's it. That's what that pattern stack. And it takes the mystery out of, hey, look at all this. How is it that there's this huge, one fret that's completely dark? And in my guitar, I have basically a bunch of footnotes there. Okay, so where that is right here. So these are all note foots, rather, not footnotes. Note foots, but this could be just totally, I could have just left all the labeling off of it, because the the color of the guitar neck when I bought it is black. It's just more interesting to have the note foots there, and it makes it easier to put the thing together. So one thing I was finding some success today in doing is how to learn these. This shouldn't scare you that we have 3, 4, 5 here, but at another place we'll start on the 5th, because A is always going to go to the E shape. So if you start on the A shape, it's going to go on the E shape. Now this is blue because it pertains to this A shape banner up here. So C and G are don't share, they're neighbors. But C and A share this part. As a matter of fact, the C and A shared part, and the G and A shared part make up the A box, the whole A box. So I just colored the string shape labels the color of this banner here, which is the color of the blue color of the Aeolian right there. So before we get to that good stuff, so again with the green here I made them green, and with the yellow here I made them yellow. The string shapes are the same. So you start on any shape. E is going to go to C here. E goes to C. Alright, so in the E box, E goes to C, goes to G, goes to D. Anywhere you start that. E goes to C, goes to G, goes to D. It's just it warps up here. But here, E goes to C, goes to G, goes to D. It doesn't have the D shape warped up one because of the string, because of the tuning warp there. But it's still, so that's shape fitting. So half the battle is knowing what you want to play. The other half is fitting it in. You know, so if you know you're going from an E shape to an A shape, and you're on this 7 root right here. So in the key of C, that would be here. You ain't gonna, you don't want to play the A shape wrong. So you have to know you're on a 7 and that the A shape goes under the root 2, not the 7 and that's, you know, root sharp. It goes under the root 2 so that you can make essentially a nice S3S. And that would be in the D shape right here. So here's the D shape. 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. Let's just look at the S3S that's formed right there on the bottom of the D shape. It's fun to play that D shape right there. So here's your 7 root 2 there. The 5, 6 goes under the root 2 because it's part of an S3S in that D shape. I can do it down here. Seven root 2 on top that I just played. So that's how you got to know how to fit them in. But really the real battle isn't knowing how to do the shape fitting, but it is. At first you've got the tuning warp here, so this A is over 1 fret, but D goes to A over here, and it's not over 1 fret because the bottom 4 strings are all P4 tuning. Then you go to a third there. 5 to a 7 is a third. So to get the 4th, we have to go up 1. So the patterns are in 4ths, okay? How the patterns are in 4ths? I believe we have do we have a pattern stack on this? Yeah, we have a pattern stack on this diagram. I have all of them. So again, the pattern stacks are in 4ths. All right, so this is how they go. Then you have to bring them over. So looking at this chart again, we have kind of like a second chance at this chart here. We have 4 fretboards here. This is the basic string shaped fretboard with the caged, C-A-G-E-D, C. Okay, going to the right is caged, C-A-G-E-D. Going to the left is a pentatonic ascending, and so this is in string shapes. So going from, come on over here, chart. Going from C, D, E, G, A, C, we're really going from 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, okay, 2, root 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3. That's going from C, D, E, G, A, C, and that's ascending. C goes to D, goes to E, and then in pentatonic we skip the 4th, and we go to the 5th, and we go to the